This one's wife. All hail the oat latte influencer. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. Imagine you suddenly found yourself married to a famous person, known around the world, and suddenly you're a member of the British royal family. Everybody now knows your name. Millions are spent on your wedding. People welcome you, speak favourably about you. You've come from a background where very few people knew about you, despite your best endeavours to garner this attention. You've engaged in some nefarious activities and have had the benefit of an obliging institution doing its best to expunge your more salacious activities from the internet. You're welcomed into the institution. You now have access to wealth, to reputation, to an infrastructure, to power. Your narcissism is doing somersaults of glee. And then that very narcissism causes you to bugger it all up, and the next moment you find yourself in another country, and what are you now doing? You're being an influencer. Yes, you might have a title, but no longer are people being deferential to you. Indeed, they pour scorn in your direction, they mock you, they lampoon you. You could have had the gratitude of millions, but instead, because you knew best, driven by your sense of entitlement and your narcissism, you thought that you could tell the institution what to do. And the rampant victimhood of your narcissism caused you to then tell tales out of school, to engage in playing the race card and suggesting that people weren't listening to you when you were suicidal, doling out your pity plays. Thus, whilst your narcissism catapulted you to this position of platformed privilege, it then caused you to royally fuck it up. And thus, it has now left you as what? A D-list actress who's married to a bloke you can't stand, running short of money, and instead engaging in endorsing products like an influencer. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. How do we know this? Well, Maria Chiarando writes in the Daily Mail, "This one's wife gives a royal boost to coffee brand Clever with a 5-star website review after she invested in the company in 2020 and beams with the CEO in glossy photo." Wow. While the likes of George Clooney picks up multi-million-pound contracts to advertise products, whilst Michelle Obama, Melinda Gates, and Amal Clooney are doing good works in Malawi, getting praise for their activity and ensuring that social media feeds record their philanthropic works, what are you doing, this one's wife? You're behaving like an influencer, showing off a brand that you've already invested in and talking about it. Brilliant. Aren't you impressive? This one's wife has given the trendy oat latte brand she invested in a boost, sharing a glowing review of the brand's drinks on its glossy website alongside a grinning photograph of herself and the company's CEO. Naturally, she has to appear in it, and it's all about drawing attention to herself, as you know, for the purposes of fuel and control. Does it necessarily give the brand a boost? Well, in some quarters it would do, because there still are people that follow this one's wife and thinking she's some kind of style, lifestyle and fashion icon. There are others, of course, that would think, not going to touch that with a 10-foot barge pole if it's involving this one's wife. The Duchess of Sussex, 42, confirmed in December 2020 that she had invested an undisclosed sum in Clever Brands, which has a range of lattes that come in powder form. As I've explained to you previously, it's unlikely that there's actually been any monetary involvement in this, but rather she has just lent her name to it. Around the time, the former senior royal used her connections to promote the company, which was founded in January 2019 and is run by CEO Hannah Mendoza, by sending a basket of products to her neighbour Oprah Winfrey, who shared the products online. While the Duchess has visited the company, sharing a short video from her trip on Instagram earlier this year, see parts passim, which featured footage of herself sipping on a cup of the hot stuff, she has been fairly silent about the investment over the last 3 years. But now she has shared a glowing 5-star review of the line, posting a photo of herself embracing CEO Hannah Mendoza. The former cable actress wrote of the range, "One of my favourite ways to start and end each day." Great. She signed off the post using her royal title, writing, "This one's wife, Duchess of Sussex." So, once again, she demonstrates her hypocrisy as she engages in being an oat latte influencer by using a title that was given to her by a family that she has nothing to do with. Using a title given to her by a family that she roundly criticises. Using a title given to her by a family that she has caused much distress and division within as a consequence of her behaviours. We are then told where this company is based and what it does, and that it's based near Monty Shitshow. In a statement to Fortune confirming the investment in 2019, this one's wife said, "This investment is in support of a passionate female entrepreneur who prioritises building community alongside her business. I'm proud to invest in Hannah's commitment to sourcing ethical ingredients and creating a product that I personally love." Oh, right. I thought when you were endorsing it, you were endorsing it on behalf of somebody else. Thanks for the use of personally. And has a holistic approach to wellness. I believe in her and I believe in her company. You don't need to believe in them. They exist. They're not going to disappear. Mendoza confirmed this one's wife's investment, saying, "Entrepreneurs need funding, but they also need advisors who care deeply about what they are building. I'm grateful to have found both in the Duchess of Sussex. Her passion for what we're creating is palpable, and I couldn't imagine a more aligned partnership. We're excited for the road ahead." This one's wife's backing of the brand marked her first public investment since she and Harry left royal life in 2020 to pursue a private life and seek financial independence from the royal family. We then get some more blurb about what the company's all about, but here we are. This one's wife, having had it all, reduced to the status of being an influencer. Nothing against the product, I'm sure it's very good. But for this one's wife, what have you really achieved? Here you are, endorsing oat latte products, and you have to ensure that there's publicity associated with the same because of your constant thirst for fuel. It also demonstrates the way that she has fallen, and we all know why that happened. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.